Good day, friends. It is time. It is time for me to drink my coffee. One second. Oh, okay. One more. Oh my goodness. Gentlemen, get yourself a wife who is willing to make delicious coffee for you like my wife is for me. My wife is severely underappreciated. Thank you, honey, for the coffee. It was really good. And actually, probably, I'm going to take this time to say that most wives and mothers are probably really underappreciated as well. Dealing with us endearing yet sometimes oblivious husbands, and dealing with the precious but very life-draining children on a daily basis. Shout out to all you guys. You are awesome. But now, to get what you've all been waiting for, the book trailer. I don't know why I did an accent. Just something I do sometimes. But today, it's of a very special book. Heroes and Thieves, The Noble Bandit. My first medieval fantasy novel, and the favorite son. Now, it's not okay to have favorite children, but it is perfectly okay to have favorite series. And the Heroes and Thieves series is mine. The idea for this story was made back long ago, long before some of you were even born. 2005. 20 years ago. Wow. But it was during a movie fast. I needed to get away from some of Hollywood, as we all do every now and again. Put movies on hold, and I got bored. So I decided to make my own fun, and I started writing. Started writing on the computer of ideas that came to me, and because I was away from movies, this idea was completely, totally, 100% original. No plagiarism whatsoever. It's completely unlike any story you've ever heard. It follows a charming rogue with a heart of gold who meets a beautiful princess that takes compassion on him while they are both being pursued by a strong, menacing character who ultimately works for a sadistic and manipulative psychopath. See what I mean? Completely original. Can't even think of anything remotely close to that. Now, what's interesting about this series, the Heroes and Thieves series, is that this book is the first in my own book universe. Not just a series per se, but something bigger. It's the very first book of the Zolian Chronicles, because it takes place in the world that's called Zolia. It's essentially, the Noble Bandit is essentially what Iron Man is to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there's 4 books out so far of the Heroes and Thieves series, and there's going to be 10 in the Heroes and Thieves, but it's not going to stop there. There's going to be other parts of the world that are going to be dove into. There's also other characters from other timelines, because the Zolian Chronicles, chronologically, is going to start from the beginning of time all the way to the end of the world. And hopefully I'll live long enough to write it all. But also, it has another delightful aspect to it that has actually sold more books than I thought it would. And that is this guy. His name is Korn. And no, it's not spelled how you think. But he has been called a very charming little raccoon. I'll leave it at that, I suppose. You'll have to find out what kind of shenanigans and adventures these two characters get themselves into. Isn't he absolutely adorable, though? Art was done by my wife, Marissa. And I don't know, I think our raccoons are just super cute. And oddly enough, I was at a craft fair, my very first one, actually, and a woman bought the book solely just because she's like, that's a cute raccoon on the back. So I'm like, maybe I should capitalize on this. Maybe I should start making those commercials like they do, but with raccoons instead of dogs. So if you are interested, please send me a message or check out the book there at Krohn'Stories.storyad.com. And until next time, please go out there and honor God, make really good choices, and tell someone that you care about them today. I will see you later, my friends. Toodles!